What's going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel. If you watched the 2014 World Cup, these boots will be especially nostalgic for you. All right, fam, so I am super excited to announce these boots. I'm very excited. I got these from my buddy at New Soccer Shop, which is on Instagram. Jonathan Cervantes, who's a homie of mine. He's wonderful. He supplies for a ton of different pros in the Northwest and across the country. And he plugged me with this pair of boots that are super limited edition. And I couldn't get my hands on a pair of these when they first launched because they came across 6 or 7 different colorways and versions of them. And they were across 6 or 7 different retailers, I guess. Some of the big, Unisport got their pair and soccer.com got their pair, blah, blah, blah. Of course, I am talking about the F50 remakes with the Speed Flow outsole. These are the F50 Adizero 4s in the FG variant. They are the version that we got with the World Cup in 2014 with that crazy zebra pattern, the black and white. I am so excited to try these and have a pair of these. I think they're like one of 1,000 or something like that. I have to actually check, but they are so limited, and I'm very thankful to New Soccer Shop for definitely getting me those. And I'll show you his card later so you kind of get an understanding. We'll put tons of banners up for his information. He is a massive boot dealer, and I don't just mean that because of his following size. What I mean that, which by the way, go follow him because he's got a ton of cool stuff, and he always gets the craziest stock. He's got the high-end stuff, he's got some turf variants, he's got some of the wildest stock that you get in, and he offers really good prices for those stuff. So I always plug him because he's a Seattle guy like myself, and he's an awesome dude. So definitely go support his Instagram and check out his sneaker page as well. So if you're into both of those things, 2 in 1, here we go. So let's get straight into the unboxing. With the limited collection boots, you get the Adidas box, which fills up the entire frame, as I see. And then it says limited collection there. It's got the Adidas logo, limited collection on that side. And then as you saw before, these are the F50 Adizero 4s in the firm ground. This is a size 9 US, which is my normal size, a women US 10, and then the Euro 42 2/3 and a UK 8.5. So do keep in mind that the Adidas sizing with the UK is a half a size down from the US sizing, whereas Nike is a full size down. So if you do wear UK, just be aware when you do have those limited edition releases or the normal releases, just be aware of how that sizing works, right? So with the plus models of all of the Adidas boots, you also do get that drawer style. So we'll do the unboxing here on this little tag. This is super cool. It says limited collection. We'll see if it'll, there you go. So like little limited collection detail. That's super awesome. So we'll open it up. There we go. Okay. So this little piece will do that. And I am so excited. I haven't actually seen these in person. Oh, no way. Wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so as I spoke to you guys about before, you've got the X Speed Flow sole plate with this 1-to-1 F50 Adizero 4 with the hybrid touch, I believe this is. Oh my goodness. With the 14 embossed in the heel. You've got the crazy color in the liner, which I'll show you guys in a bit, but let's take these out of the box super fast. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what else do you get in the box? Oh, brilliant. Okay, so we'll take this out, put these down, and then I'm gonna throw this right there. And then here is News Soccer Shop. So there you go. So News Soccer Shop, he is awesome. There's all his information. Pause the video and click the QR code. Get that QR code into your phone and you can go and check out his Instagram page. Again, he's got, as you can see up on screen, he's got a ton of different awesome stuff. and he's really, really good. If you tag him and stuff, he'll repost it. But yeah, at News Soccer Shop, NEWSSOCCERSHOP. Right? Tag us on Instagram. It says thank you for shopping with us, and then it says scan me. So again, get that QR code. We'll do it again at the very end. But that is his brand stuff, which is awesome. He's a really cool guy. Cannot speak highly enough about him. He's always plugging me with boots like this, which are crazy town. And then he's also gotten me a couple different pairs of boots, which you guys have seen as well. Those Raudacious Tiempos, which are so stunning, which I actually sold to a buddy of mine who plays for Bay Cities. So those are awesome. Okay, so back to the F50s. Crazy. This boot is like, I actually never had a pair of these, and I always wanted the F50s, but because of sort of the stigma around thin-footed boots like this, I was kind of hesitant. And at the time, 2014, I was wearing Magista Obra 1s, and I was wearing Hypervenom 1s. I was wearing Hypervenom 1s in 2014, and then at the end of 2014, which is my high school graduation, and then I wore Magista Obra 1s when those came out for the World Cup at the same time that these did. So the original one had a different type of speed. They had a different sole plate, obviously, which actually didn't look too dissimilar to this, although it was those triangle studs as opposed to more of the chevron studs. As you guys know from a lot of the speed flow videos that I have done recently, most of the sole plate is bladed studs. So you've got sort of pseudo bladed studs, especially in these back four. You've got two bladed studs here. You've got this arrow stud right there. And then again, with some of these, the front four, and I guess these back two as well, you get a semi chevron stud. It's a blade on one side, and then there's a little, it's a little bit different there. So see how it's a little bit lowered? So it actually doesn't give you the same amount of crazy aggressive grip as a full chevron stud would. It gives you this really nice bladed stud feel, but with a little bit more grip in the 1 centimeter lowered half of that chevron stud, which I think is actually super cool, and it doesn't feel as aggressive as something like a Vapor. And especially if you're going to wear a boot like this on artificial ground, it's super nice to have a boot that isn't as aggressive, even though if you put these on FG, they're going to be comparable to something like a Vapor or an Puma Ultra as well, which is all chevron studs. So the addition of the Carbotex insert makes this boot one of the most crazy performing boots on the market. So they also released, at the same time they released these ones, they also released the pink and blue checkered ones. I'll throw a picture up on screen. And my friend Charles at Halt's Boots has a pair of those in my size, and he has beat the crap out of them, and so he let me borrow them for half of a training session when we were training together the other day. And I can tell you, these are one of the softest, most unique boots I've ever tried on my feet. It's that hybrid touch upper, I believe, and it is just, it almost feels like leather, but it's a synthetic, and it stretches and molds to your foot. And a couple of the things that I think these guys did super well. And then you've got the synthetic at the back, which is an interesting touch as well. So the front part of it is actually not padded, I would say. It's really thin and really, it molds really well to your foot. Get that out of the way. But look how soft that upper is. So soft. It does, the texturing, I don't know if you can see it with the light, but it does actually look like a leather grain finish. I know that's kind of strange, but it definitely looks a little bit like the leather grain finish. And then you've got this seam right there to this super thin synthetic material that runs along the back of the boot to this other seam. A couple of the things that I think they did really well is they actually added, there you go, let's see, oof, that's a really hard angle. Okay, so there's a piece of what looks like plastic or synthetic that runs where my finger is going right now. There you go. You might be able to see that texturing, that extra little diamond texturing right there. And what I think that does is, what that's doing is reinforcing the area right around the toe where you would hit a spin ball, or where you would hit sort of a shot on that side, or a long ball. And that's a very cool addition, because what that does is that will protect this boot right here from splitting. A lot of times I get boots that, I use and I'm hitting long balls my right foot this way, and it splits along this seam right there. So having that extra little bit of reinforcement that's not super stiff, it's not gonna affect your shot or pass in any way, but it does give it a little bit more reinforcement, I think is a really cool feature. It's a regular standard tongue construction, so the tongue is totally separate from the upper. Back then you didn't have, other than a knit boot, you didn't have the addition of knit material that held down the tongue in any way right here, but it's a super cool construction. And let's take a look at the insert as well. Pretty standard. Wow, super light. Okay, so this is the insert. I think it's really cool looking, very unique with that red material back here with F50, which is such a cool detail. And then there is stippling and holes throughout this entire thing. So it is super lightweight. There's basically nothing to it. You get no structure, and of course you've got the holes right here. So they're trying to probably take out as much weight as they possibly can. These ones, I believe, come in right around the 7-ounce mark. Maybe they're a little bit lighter than that compared to the X Speed Flow. They feel pretty similar. They feel a little bit heavier than those, but they definitely are a super solid construction. I know that this particular model with this upper being like a pseudo leather, but not leather, super thin synthetic material that also kind of stretches to your foot, was one of the most popular F50 uppers, and has been mentioned in a lot of videos regarding the best speed boots of all time. This one, this upper has been part of that conversation basically since its inception in 2000. I think they came out in 2013 with this upper. I can't be super sure, but I think that's when they came out. I think this color looks super wacky. I am usually not a fan of boots that look this crazy, but I think for what these are, because they're so recognizable as that 2014 World Cup pack colorway. Obviously Messi had a little bit of a different design on his, but these are so iconic with the gold stripes. To be honest, I'm not sure how much I like this color on the studs. I think this sort of pink color doesn't really match the red. So hopefully you can see it on camera. So you've got the red inside and right there, and then those studs there, I can get them both in the frame. So this color is much more solid than the pink stud color, and I don't know how much I like those. I think if the studs were gold or red, like a little bit more red, I know they're see-through, so maybe it is actually the same color, it just looks different because of the way that these are set up. That's just something that I would think about as well. So yeah, speed frame outsole, the crazy Adizero F50 from 2014 on the upper. These boots are incredibly special. They're super limited. They will be in my collection until I break. Ladies and gentlemen, my apologies. The camera started overheating, so not sure what that deal was. But what I was gonna say is sort of to wrap up this portion of the video and get to the on-feet portion of the video, is that these are a very special pair of boots, and I am so excited. So thank you to New Soccer Shop. Jonathan, you know who you are. It is just fantastic to be able to get a pair so limited. And he actually had he got like 10 pairs of these in different sizes and reached out and said, hey, I've got your size, do you want them? Once you get on, I'm telling you guys, connections are everything. Once you get on boot dealers, minds like that, they know what size you are, they know you're willing to pay right away. That is, again, with boots like this, especially this limited and this special, I would recommend getting on good terms with a boot dealer like that, just because it's really, really cool. And if you're in the Northwest, gotta support small businesses in the Northwest. It is super, super important. And yeah, support your local guys. So you guys know where to go. New Soccer Shop always has the plugs, and there are those boots. So let's hop into the on-feet portion of the video where I get to show you guys how crazy these are, how awesome they feel, especially for people of different varying sizes of feet. All right, fam, so I have the special edition F50 Adizero 4s right here, ready to go. I am wearing a full Zypher outfit, which I absolutely love. I wear their stuff all the time. It's super flexible, really lightweight material, really feels like you don't have much clothing on, and I love these long shirt Manchester shirts. These are awesome. So if you do want a pair of Zypher grip socks, there's the new ones. These are a brand new pair, and you can get 10% off your entire order of whatever you want. We did sort out shipping, so shipping costs will be much lower, especially if you want several pairs of grip socks or the non-grip socks, which I'm wearing right now. So link down in the description, go and check those out. But star of the show is these absolutely beautiful F50s. They are going to be so exciting to break in. We'll see actually if I decide to wear them for longer periods of time. I haven't quite decided yet, to be honest, but let's get these on feet anyway. As I said, not wearing grip socks because I do want to get the most normal feeling, like what these actually feel like on feet without any special anything on them. So sliding my foot right in, and there we go. Wow. Yeah, what a unique sensation. These are super cool. Okay, so I'm gonna lace these up. We're gonna do just a little bit of light lacing because these are a bit of a thinner boot, and I don't actually wanna like crush these before trying to break them in. I know they will break in, because I have tried on the pink ones as I spoke about before, but there you go. That's what, oof. Wow, those look stunning. Okay, we'll get the other one on, and again, foot slides right in, and we'll get these all laced up. So first thing I notice is they're definitely a little bit stiffer than, say, the current Adidas Speed Boot in the Speedflow Plus or the Speedflow 0.1. It's just a different type of material, but as far as softness goes, these are actually super nice. So there you go. That's what they look like on feet. The upper is really soft. I do like how it's stretching already to my foot. I think they look absolutely amazing. They're such a cool throwback to the 2014 World Cup, and oh my goodness, guys, these feel incredible on feet. They're actually so comfy. And the Carbitex insert I'm very familiar with. I love the way that it really makes you stick on your toes and kind of that natural up on your toes feel. But that is, these are the Adizero 4s. Man, I think the general shape of this boot is a little bit on the thinner side. So if you do have a thinner foot or sort of an average width foot, I'm a little bit wider, so these will barely fit me once I break them in, but they are a boot that I'm absolutely willing to wear and break in as best as I can because they are so unique and so special. But they do, especially in this area. So as you can see right here, there's a little bit of bowing right there. And then if I put my foot flat, there's definitely a little bit of space here, which you guys know I don't like, but I'm willing to sacrifice for a pair of boots that will break in eventually, especially in that midfoot area right on the lateral side here. And then I'll be able to tie those laces tight so that it kind of looks more like that. But this synthetic material, there's not much you can do about the bowing on the outside of the ankle, but to be honest, it's not going to affect performance that much because you are tying the laces tight, and so there is going to be plenty of lockdown. The heel liner is great. I think the lockdown in the heel is perfectly adequate. There's no slipping as far as I can tell. We'll see how we do when we get out on the pitch, but these are unbelievable. I think they look so good. I think they feel great. They are an iconic speed boot from that World Cup era. Obviously, Messi having his own sort of colorway and variation of these. These are just the basic ones that basically every other player got, unless they special ordered the Messi edition. Here's something, let me know down in the comments below. Similar to, right, Ronaldo, Messi, some of these other top quality, like world-class, best in the world, best in history, in that argument type players get their own boots, and I see other pros wearing those variations as opposed to the normal Vapor. They'll wear the Superfly that Ronaldo got special done, or they'll wear the Messi colorway. If you were a pro and you were playing against Messi, would you wear his signature colorway? Or would you go for something like the generic Adidas colorway like this? Like if you were sponsored by Adidas, would you opt for the Messi colorway, or would you opt for the normal F50 colorway? It's just a question. Let me know down in the comments below. Very cool. But God, these are just, I'm so excited to have this pair. So again, go to New Soccer Shop, check out his page. Jonathan is awesome. And yeah, wow. I'm so thankful to be able to cop a pair of these. He's a true plug. He let me cop these for a great price. And yeah, just awesome pair. These on the resale market are going for pretty insane numbers right now, so I'm feeling pretty stoked that I was able to get a pair just in general, let alone like from a guy that I know who's a credible source, who's got good stock as well. There's lots of pairs that I've gotten from him, so yeah, wow. So cool. I'm really excited to see what these feel like with a ball at my feet. So we're gonna jump straight into the on-field portion of the video, and I'll talk a little bit more about kind of the differences between this boot and the newest generation, right? Like what's changed, what's different. The sole plate is gonna feel the same on both, but how different are the uppers of the 2014 versus the newest Adidas, Speed Flow model? Is one better than the other? And we'll maybe talk about kind of why Adidas decided to do remakes of this particular boot versus other types of F50 models or their other speed boots as well. All right, fam, so we are out at the pitch. I've got the beautiful F50 Adizero 4s here in the World Cup pack. I know you guys are probably pretty stoked to see what these actually look like and figure out, what are the comparisons between these and the brand new versions of what Adidas offers. I'm actually gonna grab those right now. So I've got with me my X Speedflow Pluses, so we'll get a good idea of kind of what the uppers feel like, if there's any differences, and of course what sizing is like and everything like that. The sole plates are exactly the same, so you'll get the same technology in both boots. It's just the upper from the 2014 season and especially the World Cup edition that will be different. So we'll do the left foot in this one and then the right foot obviously in the Speedflow Plus to give you guys a good idea of how they compare. So feet slide right in as usual, and man, they are so soft right out of the box. This upper is super nice. This is a pair of broken in ones, so do keep that in mind. I've broken these in. I've had these for several months now, probably about actually 5 or 6 months, and they've been fantastic. They slide right in and they're basically perfectly molded to my foot already. I am gonna get these laced up and then we'll go from there, but already these are super soft. They're breaking in a little bit already, even after only 10 or 12 minutes of wear time, which you guys have seen in this video. Yeah, there we go. So that's what they look like on feet. They are so nice. They definitely do give more of a solid sensation. I'd be curious to compare these with the laced variation of the Speedflow to give you guys a good idea of what the laced speed boot looks like. The laceless speed boot from Adidas really does give you this extra little bit of customizability in the way that they fit. They're so good vacuum seal on your foot, and then of course it's the most unique sensation you can find in a football boot today, in my opinion. But I will say, as far as the fit is concerned, I think I actually prefer the F50 Adizero, just because it gives me a little bit more of a secure sense with the laces, and the upper is a little bit thicker, which I actually like. I really enjoy. The touch on the ball is just sensational. It's so soft. It gives you a barefoot feel, not quite as much as the Speedflow Plus, but it definitely gives you a good barefoot feel, which you get, and obviously it will continue to break in over time, which is pretty special to have in a pair of boots like this. And adding the Carbotex insert, I think, makes it probably one of the best. Like if they were to sell this nowadays, if they were to have this in production, I think this would be considered one of the best speed boots of all time. The Speedflow is definitely up there. The Speedflow Plus is definitely the best laceless boot that's ever been produced. But if you were to just an all-around brilliant speed boot, I think if they actually remade this boot, same technology, same weight, maybe updated a little bit of the fit or the shape, but kept this Carbitex insert, I think you would arguably have the best speed boot on the market, bar none. And that's what I'm feeling on my feet. They are that good. They are so spectacular. They are already molding to my foot really well, and they are going to be a fantastic addition to the collection. I'm very stoked to have these part of the rotation. So we'll see how they go. We'll see how they break in, and I'm sure you'll see these in future videos, knowing that obviously these are one of the special pairs that I have now that I will be wearing, because I do think these are totally wearable. They fit perfectly, and they're not, because they perform so well, they're gonna wear really well in the games. So that's it for the review, guys. If you enjoyed exclusive content like this, definitely hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, be awesome, take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.